What's going on, WPF? Hope everybody had a beautiful week as always. And you know what it is? It's Friday night. So you know we got the SmackDown review in for you. We just finished up SmackDown, so we're gonna let you know what you actually needed to know. Not the 2 hours, not 2 hours of fillers and commercials and all that bull. No, we don't need to do that. We got the key points to SmackDown for you tonight. So that way, if you saw it, great. But if you didn't see it, it'll be now it'll feel like you did see it at least. And I'll have you all up to date, especially since we got WWE Backlash right around the corner. If I'm correct, it is May 9th. Backlash pay-per-view will be, and that'll be not tomorrow, but the following Saturday should be Backlash. And you know what the big one for that is? It's going to be the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus none other than Jacob Fatu, aka the Samoan Werewolf. There he is, my Sarge at Arms Hunter, Mr. Toys R Us, my Brody and yours. What up, Brody? Too sweet. Damn right, Wolfpack is in the house. Cold Slade is gonna be mad that you beat him too. You beat him too. He always likes to be the first comment in the chat. I throw him off when if I start later than 12:30. But unfortunately, I had to start a little later than usual tonight. There he is. What up, Graham? What up, family? Let me too sweet you, Graham. Too sweet. How we feeling, GTC? So we got we had I want to say tonight's SmackDown was, you know, it wasn't a terrible show. They did hit a few key points, but it didn't have that I can't wait to the next episode feeling. You know, I always feel like you need to end these shows making sure the fans want more or give us something big that we'll be talking about until the next show. And luckily for WWE, you know, they don't have to wait till next Friday. They only got to keep you enticed till Monday Night Raw. So, but one of the big mistakes I've noticed WWE has been doing, specifically SmackDown, I didn't watch SmackDown, so I'll just listen while watching Airwolf on Prime. See, Graham, I got you covered. Now you won't. Now I'm gonna save you 2 hours. Definitely saving you 2 hours because you really didn't need to watch it. Watch it. You just need to know a few key points. But right off the bat, I want to start off with something they did last week. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because they did it again this week. So the big thing last week was Julia dropping the women's US title to Tiffy, aka, Tiffany Stratton. If anybody that was paying attention before the match started, you would have noticed that when they held the US title up before they started the match, they had already taken Julia's side plates out. So that was a dead giveaway that she was not going to win that match. And to me, that's just being lazy and unacceptable. You WWE, you can't be doing shit like that, man. You guys are supposed to be the number one company. You're a $1 billion company. Whoever did that, the ass should be fired because that was a big tell, and a lot of people noticed it. I didn't even need to watch a highlight of it. I noticed it during the match itself, and that's bad. So knowing that happened this last week, I was making sure this week every time somebody came into the ring with a belt, I was looking to see if who that the plates were all right, whether they had a match or not. And I'm trying to think of an example I could do for anybody who might not know what side plates are. Also, shout out to all the ghost watchers. I appreciate you guys coming through and watching. Um, I guess maybe I just bring up a picture of a world title would be the easiest way to do it in general. That would be the easiest way to just give a quick example because I want to make sure if for anybody who doesn't know what the title plates are on the side, I know it sounds pretty self-explanatory, but you never know. And I want to make sure everybody knows the deal. So, for those that don't know, on the right you see this world heavyweight title. You got the big W in the middle, and on the side is two red side plates. Now, those side plates that are there, they change every time somebody wins the belt. If it's just the same letter, if it's just a W, that's generic. Every wrestler has their own special side plates that get put into the title when you win a title. And it does not take long to do. This is pretty quick. It's a pretty quick thing because anytime there's a pay-per-view and somebody wins the world title, by the time they come back out for the after show to do with the belt, they already got them with the new side plates already in. Just to show, just as to let everybody know that it's not like this is like a crazy long process, you know what I mean? So it's bad that they didn't do it. It's real bad on their end. Graham said, "Oh, I know the side plates. They actually took that off before the match, right? They had taken yeah, so Graham, they had taken Julia's side plates off and put back the regular generic ones. So the minute I saw, the minute me and anybody that saw it, we said to ourselves, that don't make sense. I don't know what they're doing, but I now know who's winning the title tonight. And it was a real letdown. So now this week, the women's tag team titles. You have Brie Bella and Paige as the WWE Women's Tag Champions at the moment. Now, Paige is supposed to be filling in for Nikki Bella because Nikki Bella is out for quite a few months with I don't know if it's her leg, her calf, but whatever. She's on crutches. Now, at WrestleMania was when Paige came back and won the women's tag titles with Brie. It wasn't that Nikki had the tag title and handed it to Paige to defend with her sister. No. So knowing that that's not how it happened, that Paige and Brie Bella fought for the tag titles at WrestleMania and won them, I think it is once again terrible booking that Brie Bella's tag titles, her one tag title has the Brie Bella side plates in it, and Paige's tag title belt has nothing. It doesn't have Paige's side plates in it. Doesn't have Brie's in it either. It just has it has the generic WWE plate in it, which to me I think is ridiculous. Paige should have her own side plates, or put Bella Army in red in both belts. By having the tag titles having different side plates, it stands out and it looks absolutely lazy on their end. There he is. What up, my brother? We got my brother Donald is in the building, aka the Troll Exterminator has arrived. What up, D? Too sweet, Brody. I don't know if you saw SmackDown tonight, Donald, but I just started going over it. Didn't miss anything. Just talking about the women's tag titles being having different side plates at the moment. And not different that each girl has their own side plates. Nope, only Brie Bella's tag title is correct. And Paige's tag title is incorrect. Paige is nice. I always like to. Hell's yeah, right? And I'm happy that Paige is back in WWE. She had dated Alberto Del Rio for a while, and he pretty much got her blackballed from WWE for a while because of the crazy shit he was saying about Triple H but Alberto Del Rio, drunk and high, with a mic and TMZ, it just altogether equaled bad. But luckily, Paige, isn't with him anymore. She's got far away from him and is doing better than ever, and has found her way home to the WWE family. Next up, we had Ricky Saints made his real debut tonight on the SmackDown roster, and Ricky didn't wait long. He came out and he absolutely, which is funny because it's absolute Ricky saying, too. I did that. Actually, I really didn't mean it. It just happened to do it. Not gonna bullshit you. And he absolutely told Cody Rhodes that, hey, I'm happy you held it down, but now I have arrived and I'm here to relinquish you of your duties. And don't be surprised if you guys see a brand new Cody Rhodes t-shirt popping up soon. Because I noticed that they're trying to get this tagline over with Cody. It goes easy to find, but hard to beat. They're trying to get that tagline over big time. I noticed now is making sure to drop that at the end of like every promo now. Which, hey, it's not a bad tagline. Just don't make it so obvious. It's got to come off more natural. Don said, "So do you think? So do you think is on the phone with Jacob tonight? I have a theory." Oh, we'll get to Jacob in a moment. Definitely save that for when we hit the Jacob part. What up? There he is. What up, Rob? The Irish psychopath has arrived. Too sweet. Graham said Jacob Fatu. I'd say Tamatunga and Tungaloa. Yeah, so Jacob Fatu, Graham, is I don't know if you're up to date with the Samoans, but Jacob Fatu is his own man nowadays and is on his own. But we're gonna get up to him. We're gonna bang out some stuff real quick so that way, because once we get to the Jacob Fatu stuff, that's the stuff I want to take our time with and really like get into conversation about. So Ricky Saints versus Cody Rhodes for the World Heavyweight title. Not a bad idea to have the match. But if Cody's belt is the number one belt in all of pro wrestling, not just WWE, this is the best. This is supposed to be the most prestigious belt of every belt. They need to go back to the belt that means the most is the main event every time it's defended. They need to go back to giving it that big fight feel. You don't see the UFC champion coming out first fight of the night defending the UFC world title of the world, right? No. That's the main event because it is the biggest prize in UFC. WWE needs to do the same thing. But back to Ricky Saints versus Cody. Cody whooped his ass like he stole something, which of course no one thought Ricky Saints was gonna debut tonight in SmackDown and take Cody's title. Everybody knew that wasn't happening. But the big thing that did happen was maybe, and I think this says a lot about SummerSlam. Gunther came out and put Cody to sleep right after the match. So Brock Lesnar might might not be coming back SummerSlam. It really might not be an angle. he really might be done. This is the first time since it's happened that I felt like maybe Brock Lesnar thing isn't a work anymore because they just set us up for Cody versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. Now, the storyline's fresh. It's brand new. It just started tonight. We're gonna have to wait and see where this is gonna go. Is Cody and Gunther gonna be the one of the big matches for SummerSlam, or are they gonna have this match happen before SummerSlam? Which will also tell us everything we need to know. If this match, if Gunther versus Cody does not happen at SummerSlam, then everybody knows Brock Lesnar is coming back for one more match then. And it'll be against Gunther. This is what's gonna tell everybody everything about if this Brock Lesnar thing was a work or not a work. I did a WrestleFest 95 stream. Nice, Rob. Good stuff. There he is. The man who rides on fire. Ghost Rider. And most of all, I need everybody to take a moment real quick because it is Ghost Rider's birthday right now. So I need everybody in the chat to wish Ghost Rider a happy mother effing birthday. Ghost, happy birthday, brother. Let's go. And if anybody on the wrestling side of things is not familiar with Ghost, Ghost is my bro, not only just my brother. He is pretty much my co-host at this point. He really is my co-host on my other channel on Tuesday nights. And he's been doing a phenomenal job. He's always there when I need him. I could always count on Ghost. So I am so happy and privileged to call this man my brother and to wish him a happy mother effing birthday. And to many more. Enjoy turning 23, right? That's it. When you pass 40 and it's your birthday, everybody turns 23 then. Ghost, by the time Hunter goes to sleep, you'll be copying yourself a second pair of pants. There we go. Cramp said happy birthday, Ghost. Donald the Troll Exterminator said happy birthday, Ghost. Rob said happy birthday. Hey, what up, Charlie? How are we tonight? So this Gunther versus Cody is one of the biggest things we got out of this SmackDown tonight. That was the biggest setup we now have going forward. That was really the piece of information you needed to know the most. After that, they continued on with this whole thing with Miz and Danhausen. I understand the fans were loving it, but I don't know. I feel like this Danhausen thing has got to be if you're there in person, maybe it's funnier. But watching it on TV, it's not doing it for me. I think they should move past it. Usually every week it's Danhausen making an ass out of Miz and that other guy that somehow didn't get fired, but Aleister Black did. Beats me, but this week they finally got one over on Danhausen, and they beat Danhausen up in the ring for a little bit. Ghost, I'm watching Jen Michael Vincent return to Airwolf on Prime. Yes, he is. He's double duty in Graham. Has Danhausen wrestled? Yes, yet. Technically, I guess yes, but it's just not funny. Don, you already know you and me are always on the same mind. Like, I hate Danhausen. Like, there's only so many times I can hear this man say, "You are cursed." Yes, in yeah, I figured you meant WWE. Yeah, he had like a bullshit match once, but other than that, it's all like spoof things with him just doing stupid shit. And they even gave him like a little go-kart thing that he now drives out to the ring every SmackDown. The guy's got the lightest schedule out of every wrestler on the roster, and he's the one who doesn't even have to walk to the ring. The guy's got it made. Of course you like Danhausen, Graham. Of course you do. He's only there because the kids love him and buy all of his merchandise. 100%. He better pray those kids stay loving him. Absolutely. Absolutely, Rob. I think our truth is funnier too. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do with Danhausen. He's supposed to be the new R Truth. Just R Truth became more natural, which is why I feel like R Truth got over more. Graham said, yep, there you are. You're cursed." The curse thing is not even a regular thing he does, but corporate WWE made it a tagline. I'm not surprised that WWE did this to him. And the other issue was the way they brought Danhausen in. I feel like maybe if WWE brought him in differently, maybe I'd look at it a little differently. I don't know for sure, but it's always a possibility because they hyped this guy up for a month on Raw and SmackDown. Who's in this box? What's in this box? And then the big payoff was Danhausen. Nobody even popped when it happened. That when he came out of the box, everybody was disappointed. His real schnick is just being himself and going off the cuff. I gotta check out maybe some Danhausen before WWE. He has a jar of teeth. What the fuck is he? Graham loves it. Hey, I love this community. It's so funny and entertaining. I love talking with everyone. That's what I love to hear, Rob. My guy, the Irish psychopath. But then, so after the Danhausen thing, and I'm sorry, I'm not calling him by his WWE name. He's still Powerhouse Hobbs to me. We got two good things out of Powerhouse Hobbs. But first, the birthday man has to get up early in the morning. He said, "Guys, good night. Me and my baby girl are heading to the mall early to grab a pair of the band Jordan 1s. Ghost, have a good night, brother. Happy birthday again." And tell the little ones I said hi. Tell Uncle Hunter says hello. Don't worry, Ghost. Have a nice night. We'll still be here by the time you're checking out at the mall. Graham, you're the man. Hey, that's why it's Graham the man, because he's the man. Hey, Ghost, thank you for being you. You kept it real from day one. And happy birthday again. And get those band ones, baby. Get those band ones. Let's go. Danhausen's on the Indies. He was a good wrestler. Yeah, see that was my problem. I didn't get any Danhausen on the Indies for me. I didn't watch any of his stuff. I just got him at the very end of AEW when he wasn't doing anything. Yeah, I know you're laughing because you never know with Graham. He's right. He could be right. We could still be here or we could not. You never know. Rob said, "Ghost, have a good night, buddy, and an awesome day tomorrow, and a happy birthday again." That's what I'm talking about. That's the love I like to see in the chat. GT Graham said he was entertaining. See, I gotta watch something with him in the ring now. Don said, but the gimmick sucked, and I hate this Danhausen. Okay, all right. So it's the WWE Danhausen that needs to go. Got it. I got it. All right, I'm getting it. I'm catching on. I'm catching on. I see it. I'm gonna watch an indie Danhausen clip now. Oh, so Powerhouse Hobbs. We got two things from him tonight, which was actual two big things that they set up with Powerhouse Hobbs. First one was and in case you don't, and for anybody who doesn't know him as Powerhouse Hobbs, his name is Royce Keys, I believe is his name for WWE now. I think I'm not a big fan of it. I like Powerhouse Hobbs. So it's gonna take a little bit before I start calling him Royce Keys or Royce whatever. So Powerhouse Hobbs had his debut match on SmackDown pretty much, where you got to see his finisher, his signature and his finisher, which honestly, they they really should have switched it. He did this cool thing from the second rope where he had the guy and he spun with him into and he just, spun his body around into a power slam, which by a guy the size of Powerhouse Hobbs doing it to you, it looks good. It could be his finisher. But then we found out that his actual finisher is gonna be the spine buster, which is pretty much the move Triple H did before he set you up for the pedigree. He throw you off the ropes and get you and turn you around and drop you quick. Drop you hard. Donald said he always will be Hobbs to me. Hells yeah. Graham said, "True story, Hunter. My friend and I resold weight benches during the pandemic. My friend sold a weight bench for him to him in 2020 for 500. Oh shit, that's awesome. He was a local wrestler here in Hayward, California. That's awesome, bro. That's an awesome story to have. That is what's up, bro. You damn right. Double A on Anderson made the spine buster famous. Hells yeah. And it's funny because the spine buster isn't such a hard move to do, but not anybody can do it. And literally, Arn Anderson, Triple H, and Powerhouse Hobbs are the only guys I want to see doing a spine buster. I don't want to see anybody else doing it. I love the way that all three of them do it. They get the guy up and they plant them down. And when they plant them down onto the mat, it looks so good that you're like, "Ooh, bro, that dude is done." Not everybody can give you that feel. It was it was funny as hell. Double A was the best at that move. Nobody could do the spine buster like Arn Anderson. Hey, that's why he put it on the map. Now, the funny thing is, the biggest part of Powerhouse Hobbs tonight wasn't his match. You would think that would be the most notable thing tonight, but it wasn't. Instead, it was a segment that happened backstage with Jacob Fatu, where they told the audience that not only is Jacob Fatu and Powerhouse Hobbs know each other, they come from the same streets. They were together on those streets. They go back 14 years on those streets together, where Powerhouse Hobbs even made a reference to Jacob. Hey, you remember the Honda Accord with the roll up windows that we used to have to drive 12 miles to get to the factory for work? Now, I think that this was a real big thing, them doing this, because this sets up Jacob Fatu and Powerhouse Hobbs maybe to do something together later on. Then, in the middle of this segment, Solo and the gigantic Tungan came and attacked Jacob Fatu and Hobbs. Now, I don't think they're going to write Hobbs into anything with that right now at the time. But I think they wanted to open that door to everybody to say, hey, look, these guys know each other. So that way, maybe something happens going forward. Especially if Jacob Fatu doesn't beat Roman Reigns this this pay-per-view coming up, Backlash, Does Jacob Fatu join Roman Reigns and the Usos on Monday night? Or does he go back to being on SmackDowns on Fridays? And if he does do that, does it turn into Jacob Fatu and Powerhouse Hobbs versus the MFTs? They've now given us that option to think like this. Because now Powerhouse Hobbs got attacked tonight by the MFTs, well, with Jacob Fatu. Who's to say next week we don't see them a tag match even with Jacob Fatu and Powerhouse Hobbs together? WWE has now set up a good scenario where they can put Hobbs into this or leave him out of it and do something with him later on. Jacob and Hobbs have real history. They've been friends for years and traveled the indies together all the time. That was a legit shoot. Yep. Yeah, they both pretty much local. Rikishi still lives out here in SF. Jacob did more wrestling in the Central Valley and Sacramento area, from what my friend says. Hobbs is friends with the whole family for real. Oh, I believe it. So is Jeff Cobb. Shit, hey, it all makes sense. Hey, what up, Orlando? He said Jacob Fatu is crazy. Damian Priest versus the Tall Tongan. And speaking of tall guys, also, hold that thought, Orlando, with Damian Priest and the Tall Tongan. Hold that thought. I'm going to hit that. I got something for you on that, actually. Just hold that thought. So, let me ask you this, chat. Do you want to see Jacob Fatu and Hobbs together? I don't mean as a tag team going for gold, but would you like to see them together, though, as like a faction type thing versus the MFTs? Or would you rather see Jacob Fatu join Roman Reigns and the Usos, making a new bloodline? And this is all in hindsight of Roman winning at Backlash. Obviously, if Roman doesn't win, that changes everything. But I'm saying if Roman goes over Jacob Fatu at Backlash, so Graham, on Raw is Roman Reigns and the Usos now. On SmackDown is Solo, and Solo has Tonga, his brother, and both brothers, Tongaloa and the huge Tongan. And they have Jeff Cobb also. And those are the MFTs that are on, and they're on SmackDown. And Jacob Fatu is on SmackDown also. He's only been seen on Monday Night Raw because since he's been calling out Roman Reigns. If he wasn't doing that, he wouldn't even be on Monday Night Raw at all, Jacob Fatu. Which to me this also doesn't make sense. Why would Jacob Fatu who's on SmackDown, call out Roman Reigns, who's the world champion of Raw? Why wouldn't Jacob Fatu go after Cody Rhodes, on, who's the champion of SmackDown, first? I think it would have been better if Jacob Fatu took the belt from Cody. And then later down the line, Jacob versus Roman Reigns, world title for world title. Jacob Fatu can beat all of the MFTs. You damn right he can. He whooping everybody's ass. Ya know what I mean? Hey, no, don't. Hey, Graham, I'd rather you ask. I would rather you ask because I want you to be. I want to keep you, fully up to date with what's going on, so that way you stay more. I want you. I want to keep you interested, and and I appreciate that you're here. Graham said, "Yep, I agree." Right? Don said, "Because it's all part of a bigger storyline with the family." It just would have been so much better if Fatu took Cody's belt and then came after Roman's belt. Have you know, if they had world title versus world title, family versus family, and then have every family member part of it, whew, they can feud amongst each other to see who the real head of the table is. Well, Jacob Fatu said, "I don't, I don't want that title. I need that title. He's here to level up. He want to level up his family." It was a great promo he cut on Monday night. If I was Jacob Fatu, I would tell everyone, stay out of my way. By the way, yada mean is a Bay Area slang. I love it. Is it? See, I didn't know. I had no idea. Thank you, Graham. Shit, I thought that was just something he made up. Damian Priest versus the Tall Tonga at SummerSlam. The Battle of the Tall Men, right? Back in the day, you had a lot of tall guys. You had Kevin Nash, Psycho Sid, Undertaker, Kane. Nowadays, not so much. You don't have so many like massively tall guys like Damian Priest and Talatunga. And I love the way they've been booking the tall ass Tungan. Bro, they've been booking him strong. They're not letting some like puny guy power slam him. Nah, they're booking him like a big man. Hey, bro, so many love from India. Hey, welcome. I remember you from. I remember you were here last time. What's good, my India brother? Welcome back. Off topic for a minute. Congrats to your Knicks and my 76ers. Got game 7 tonight. And you know that what that means now? We're just too sweet. I didn't even know game 7 was tonight. Holy shit. It's been a rough day today. Thank but Jesus. Yeah, let's fucking go, Knicks. Let's go, 76ers. Hey, Don, as long as one of our teams win now, I'll be happy. if my Knicks don't win, I will go for your 76ers. Oh man, Mac Dre, shit. R.I.P. to Mac Dre. Never want to hear anybody passes. An OG right there, Mac Dre. Shit. If 76ers win, we get your Knicks in the second round. We might have to have a friendly bet, brother. Oh, absolutely. We can do that for sure. Damian Priest is 6. That's it? He's only 6'5"? I thought Damian Priest was way taller. Shit, that's a letdown. Kali is very fucking hey. The great Kali was what, 7'3"? Yeah, I love when you get big dudes like yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Good shit, Graham. I forgot about Omos. He's still in WWE, but he's in AAA right now, which is hilarious. So he looks even more taller than he already is. Omos is a giant already, but now in AAA, he looks like compared to a lot of the guys in AAA, he looks like, on screen. He looks like he's 9 feet tall now. Damian Priest isn't going over. Not, I don't think so, Orlando. Not now. He's too hot. He's too hot to lose to Damian. Plus, they got Damian wrapped up in a with those tag titles. Irish said Jacob is one band mama lamb. Oh yeah, you damn right, Irish. I heard that Omos might come back from AAA to fight Oba in an open challenge. That would be awesome. They should do that. They really should because you know what now? That's a I will say one thing though that I think was so smart on WWE booking. The Oba Open Challenge was the best idea they could have done. Because if Oba doesn't do that, then you're faced with the fact of who's what world title is he taking? Because you can't have him. You don't want to drop Roman's belt right now. Roman's hot. He's hot commodity. He puts fans in seats, eyes on TV. Merch sales are up. Roman, so you don't want Oba going over Roman, and you don't want Oba going over Cody at the moment. So the only other thing you can do with Oba is what they're doing now, the Oba Open Challenge. It works. It's just a matter of how many people do we give to Oba to destroy before it's time for him to win a world title. God dang, Triple A's a lot different now. WWE owns AAA also now, and Undertaker runs AAA. I know it sounds crazy. So Damian Priest is a street fight. Damian Priest is good, but I don't think he's going over the tall tonguing. Not anytime soon. They got him well protected right now as a big man. You going live for Backlash next Saturday? You damn right we are. We are going live for Backlash. Wouldn't have it any other way. I can't wait for Backlash. I want to see that Roman versus Jacob Fatu match because to me, I don't care who wins. I'm happy with either winner. I don't mind either one of them being world champion. I like both of them. Sorry about that. And that's how you clap yourself. See, that's what happens when you don't use a mouse and you're on a laptop, unfortunately. Sometimes you're clicking so quick you end up knocking yourself out. Bro, how can a person become a professional wrestler? How is it tough or easy being in this professional? It ain't easy, that's for shit sure. It is so hard to be a professional wrestler. You know how many professional athletes come over thinking it's a joke and then they wash out. They can't do it. There's no off season. Every professional sport has an off season. Wrestling is all year round. No off season ever. Your body goes through so much, you get no time for rest. The show's over, you're traveling to the next city. Bro, it is so hard to be a wrestler. If it was easy, everybody would do it because the pay is phenomenal. Bring back Barry Horowitz to job for Oba. The open challenge works if he beat good people, not just all mid card bums. For real. Like, we can't just feed Oba anybody and everybody. We need to feed him big guys. I want to see Sheamus. I want to see Rusev, Omos. Big guys get beat. I could I could live with that. I don't not Dragon. I don't want to see Oba versus Dragon Lee. Like Aleister Black versus Karrion Kross versus Damian Priest. Um, Karrion Kross is probably going over, but or out. It's between Aleister and Karrion Kross. I love the you and me both. Too sweet. WrestleMania in Pittsburgh. When's WrestleMania going to be in Pittsburgh? Is that going to be the 44? Is that where they're thinking of doing it? Oh, there we go. There's a match. Oba versus Drew McIntyre. They need to make that like that should be the SummerSlam match. Drew versus Oba at SummerSlam would be huge because Drew McIntyre is a legit big guy, badass, strong as an ox. Drew works perfect for Oba. I'd like to see Damien be one of the names that accepted the open challenge. He would work too. But Damian Priest is in a tag with R-Truth, so anything with Damian Priest, expect to see tag match. Oma versus Gunther. It wouldn't happen. You definitely would never see this anytime soon because both guys are protected. Both these guys are about to get the biggest push of their careers. Gunther's been a world champion longer than he's been in the company as a champion longer than he has not been. Oma versus Karrion Cross, maybe one day. You never know. If WrestleMania goes to Pittsburgh, we're going Hunter. I live like 2 hours from there. You can stay at my place. Just get your ass up here. Down. You got a deal, brother. You got an absolute deal. Shit, as long as you got a couch, I'm good. That would be awesome. I'm dying to go to a WrestleMania too. And one that doesn't make me have to travel. I'd be so happy for Pittsburgh. Hey Tyler, what up, my man? Too sweet. How are we tonight, Tyler? Oh, and tonight also they had Brie Bella and Paige defend their tag titles against the ones they beat for the belts. What the hell? Trick Williams' girlfriend, Lash Legend. There we go. Lash Legend and Nia Jax. I couldn't remember the name for a minute. This match was so bad, and I don't mean on Nia Jax and Lash's part. If somebody out here is watching this right now and they know Brie Bella and Paige personally, please tell them to stop winging it and to work before the show together. They looked so out of sync tonight that you would have never thought that you were watching two veterans in the ring. You would have thought you were watching LFG tonight. That's how bad I think that they were in the ring. Yo, Oma versus Brody King would be such a fucking sick match. Cold Slayer must be sleeping tonight. He slacked, right? I I I I said to Rojo before I said, "Uh-oh, Cold Slayer is gonna be mad that he wasn't the first comment, Rojo." And then and I was expecting Cold Slayer to be like the next comment right after. When he wasn't, I think I might have threw him off because he's gotten used to me going live at 12:30 or 3 a.m. He wasn't. I might have threw him off with the 1:15 start tonight. I heard that WWE did botch her. Oh yeah, Hunter. What guess? What do you mean, Tyler? Let me know what you meant, Tyler. I lost track for a moment. I don't know Paige personally, but I'd like to be in her next move. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Who do you think will win? Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura, Roman Reigns, Adam Cole? Talk about a random battle royal. If they actually had that, it would be Seth, Seth Rollins would somehow win at the end, even though I'd want the Undertaker to. GCW is and was an ECW era. Oh, that's dope. That's dope, Tyler. What was what was their main event? Many of the WWE's main roster cuts were aggravated at the company. They're trying to get young roster. Social Wrestling Observer Newsletter. Okay. Graham said Baron Corbin. Orlando said that was yeah. ECW area. Oh, ECW era tonight. So what did GCW do? They did like all ECW matches, all like ECW rules matches, and they were in the ECW area. Many of WWE's main roster cuts were age related. So yeah, but the younger ones that got cut because they weren't making any headway. I'm waiting to see where all these talents go. I'm more praying for TNA. If anybody watched TNA this week, you know they desperately need to spend some money on guys and girls. They need new talent like ASAP. They were in the ECW arena. Yep. Okay. That's dope. GCW was in Philly in the ECW arena tonight. That's nice. Bro, ECW was awesome. Once we start getting more on once I start going live more on this channel, I was thinking maybe once a week we'll do like an ECW throwback night where we'll all know about what the show is prior to the live so that way everybody can go and rewatch that ECW pay-per-view and then we can all talk about it a few days later. Bro, ECW was so good. And it was great to see the start of a lot of these wrestlers. Look at all the Conan brought all the luchadors there. Like Rey Mysterio was an ECW guy first. Yes, we are. Let's talk about it. See, that's why I told you make sure you remind me. Who do we think was on the phone with Jacob Fatu tonight? Does anybody I want to hear some. I want to hear everybody's theory on who they think was on that phone with Jacob Fatu. You damn right, Graham, and he's a legend. Tyler said Zilla Fatu. I think that would be great if it was Zilla. How awesome would it be if tonight started they're starting to throw hints that maybe Jacob Fatu gets his own faction. You know, how cool would it be if Zilla Fatu comes in, him, Zilla, and Powerhouse Hobbs, the three of them as a faction? Bro, tell me that wouldn't be fucking badass. AJ Styles, Orlando, easily AJ Styles. Graham said Pat Mac. Well, now that football season's here, we won't be seeing Pat McAfee until after football season. But he's also the reason that the entire WrestleMania angle with Cody and Randy got fucked up. I cherish the old style wrestling, ECW, WWF, WCW, WWE in the vintage days. The old roster was amazing. Hells yeah. All right, so I let's see what Donald's theory is. I think it's the Usos. I think they're giving us clues. Look at the jersey. You noticed that, right? The jersey the Usos had on, Jacob Fatu had on tonight. Look at the jerseys the Usos had on when Roman bought them out with him. Same one Jacob Fatu had on tonight. Yep. Plus, he said on the phone, "I love you guys too." Ooh. See, I didn't catch that part. See, that's a big thing. I love you guys, not guy. If he said guys, meaning plural, that's a big tell. Plus, he said on the phone, "I love you guys too," which means there's more than one person. So no, that's a big tell right there. Zilla Fatu versus one cousin in HOG wrestling tonight. Nice. Or it could be Zilla. He does have an autograph in Tampa the same day as the pay-per-view, which is in Tampa. But you know what though? They showed that phone call on TV, right? So why show that phone call on TV tonight if it wasn't gonna have anything to do with Jacob Fatu's storyline? I got ECW 3-disc set called ECW Bloodsport. I had it since '04. I got a lot of the wrestling. Oh, that's dope, Irish shit. I always love the old school wrestling DVDs and shit. That's what I gotta check. I gotta check if I still have mine. Graham said, "No, wait. The other person on the phone was Cameron." Yo, Cameron keep messing around. He's gonna get the computers putin'. Yo, Cameron, funny dude. Hey, Roman, the tribal chief, well, I'm the paramount chief. He said, "Fucking guy." Oh, Bray Wyatt, easily Bray Wyatt, Orlando. I remember Zilla fans and Jacob Fatu team up in GCW and other pro wrestling promotions. Oh yeah, on the indies, absolutely. But the indies are the indies. Remember, WWE doesn't. They like to pretend as if the indies never won, that things on the indies never happened. There he is, big man in charge. Hey, big man in charge. Are you? Do you wrestle? By the way, I know you said you referee. Do you wrestle also? By the way, for your promotion, or used to? The Fiend versus the Demon King. I'd still go. I'd go Bray Wyatt's Fiend. He's more evil. Guys, so Cameron and Mace. It was Cameron and Mace. That's the whole. That's it. You nailed it, Donald. I don't think it's the Usos anymore. I think it's Cameron and Mace. Jacob Fatu is gonna bring in Cameron and Mace to handle the Usos while he goes after Roman Reigns. It all makes sense now. They're gonna have a special pay-per-view, Graham, called Street Wars. And that's when they're gonna have the 6-man tag in a war game style match. Powerhouse Hobbs, Jacob Fatu, Cameron, Mace, and Zilla versus Roman, the Usos, and they'd have to get 2 more guys. Just imagine my Irish rebel psychopath had a match with Danhausen now. That would be entertaining. Almost 54-year-old man kicking his ass. He- Irish, I got you over Danhausen any day of the week, brother. Zilla Fatu defended the Crown Jewel Championship against. I'm not sure who that guy is at Glory Glory at Global tonight. Was it good, Tyler? Ultimate Warrior was cool. If you don't look to see anything Ultimate Warrior did behind the scenes and just took him for the cool looking gimmick that he had as a kid, power to Ultimate Warrior. But behind the scenes, super dick. Now that's what I'd like to know. Whatever happened to the Ultimo Dragon? Yo, India, bro. Ultimo, yo, I'm so happy you said that. Ultimo Dragon was my guy in WCW when I was younger. That guy was so badass. They used to have to bring. He would come out with his manager, and his manager would bring a bunch of guys out, and they'd all hold all his different world titles from all the different Japanese promotions he held. Donald said, "Hey, it could be all 3 of them." Make the new bloodline. I'm telling you, that's it. Jacob Fatu, Cameron, Mace, Zilla, and Powerhouse Hobbs is going to be the new faction. Roman versus Zilla. Roman, easy. Zilla ain't even a main event. Yeah, a main talent roster yet. Zilla got to get to the WWE before he could even we could even talk about what it would be versus Roman. Zilla posted working out with WWE Jacob in his newest video already, like 5 days ago. I wonder what they're waiting for to give Zilla a deal. I'm surprised Zilla hasn't been brought into NXT or anything yet. No, I only referee. Okay. I was looking at your promotion. They had a guy, big man in charge, bald head guy, and I don't think he didn't. If I'm remembering correctly, he wasn't refereeing. He was wrestling. They had him. I don't know. That wasn't you. I'm guessing then. Hunter and chat. I'm out. Have a great night, yo. Graham, thank you, brother, for coming through as always. Have a great night, Graham. Too sweet. Tyler said, nah, it makes no sense with that. Zilla signed to Booker T's promotion so he could go to WWE real fast. Yeah, I know he's been with Booker for a little bit. I'm really surprised they haven't brought him in by now. I would have thought he would have been in there way already. Like, I don't know what they're waiting for. Every other freaking person from their family gets signed. Shit, that sounds like crazy booking. Yes, that big man charge. You definitely let me know when your next show is. Oh, hell yeah! Especially if you're going to be refereeing, I will 1000% watch it. If you're going to be on the show, hey, all your shows are based as of right now. They're all based out of Tennessee. You said. If WWE makes the Demon King Finn Balor lineup for WrestleMania, that was cool that they did that for WrestleMania, brought back the Demon. They need to do that more often, but not too much because you don't want to play it out. But for big matches that don't have title belts involved, it's good to use. Zilla was also trained by Booker T. And what better guy to get trained by too? Booker T was so good in his day. Oh, trust me, Tyler. That ain't why he ain't being signed. What these guys get signed to a WWE contract, they'll drop all those title belts real quick. And WWE's super is usually awesome with these guys too with it. Sometimes WWE likes to give you a test to see how your character is. Because they want you to say, hey, right now I'm champion of this. I got to do one more show for them so I could drop their belt. Then I'm all yours. That's why if you ever see a guy who's got a bunch of belts and he starts losing all his belts, you know why what that means. Jacob Fatu could beat Oba. He might be the only one of the only guys I would believe going over Oba. Just not now. Right now, Oba's going to be untouchable. Our next show is Saturday, May 9th in Springfield, Tennessee. Yep, based in Springfield and Ashland City, Tennessee. If I if I ever go out to Tennessee, I'm gonna make sure I arrange a trip that I could go to a show there. I love going to wrestling shows. I'm gonna put that in one of my bucket list things to do, big man. Trip out to Tennessee. Maybe I can talk Donald into taking a trip with me to Tennessee one of these days, and we'll go to a show and see a ref in person too. Zilla retained the Crown Jewel Championship by hitting a mid-air Samoan spike on Lance and Noah tonight. Nice. GCW's going to what's your state again, Tyler? And are you thinking of going to the show? You should definitely go to the show if you could. There's nothing better than being live at a show. Arizona, nice. June 28th. You thinking about trying to go to the show, Tyler, or what? Let's go, big man in charge. Now we're talking. Hell's fucking yeah. Hey Tyler, you should definitely do it if you could. There is nothing better than being live at a wrestling show. Out of everything I've gone to in life, wrestling was always the most fun. I've never had more fun at any sport event more than at a wrestling show. And I love the atmosphere at a wrestling show. I probably punched someone in the face at almost every sporting event. Basketball, hockey, not fo- not football actually, which is surprising. Close, but but wrestling, never any issues at a wrestling show. Everybody always is always as one. I need a webcam for my PC. There you go. Donaldson, I'm down. Tennessee sounds like fun. I'll hold a big poster board saying, "We are here for the ref." You did right. Hell's you. We got a big sign. We're here for the Let's go ref. Let's go ref. Did you hear Tennessee may be the host for 44? Really? That would I'm still trying to wrap my head around 43. how could they do this to fans? Like, it's it's too much of a culture shock, like, doing 43 where they are. But, you know what? I'm happy for the people that live where 43 is gonna be hosted because they deserve to be able to go to WrestleMania also. Absolutely. I just feel like it's not needed to do WrestleMania 43 there because they already go there, what is it, twice a year, and they put on a big show there twice a year for them. Sting should return to WWE. We must fight. We're really missing. Oh man, I love Sting. I wish he's old man Sting now. And forget it. Now he's in heaven right now. Darby Allin is world champion over there. That's his guy. Like he's Sting probably I think Sting feels like he's champion at the moment. Oh shit. He said GC stuff SBK championship. Uh-oh. I think Las Vegas again. Fucking, fucking I'm still shocked that they did Las Vegas 2 years in a row. Big man said I was only joking. I think WWE into UFC business model now. Yeah, I think TKO needs to go fall down a go fall down a well or something. I haven't watched AEW since MJF lost. I'm boycotting it. It's funny that you said that, actually. I haven't either. And hey, me and Donald are happy for all the Darby Allin fans out there. We're happy that you guys got him as champ. We're just not happy that it was over MJF. It I don't mind Darby Allin becoming champ when it if it makes sense. And that does not make sense. Now I'm at the point where I just want to watch John Moxley and then it's channel switch. David Guggen should join WWE. He's really a tough guy. That's a UFC guy, David Guggens, or however you say the name, David G. How about Darby Allin, WWE champion? That'd be interesting. If not AEW, maybe. Hey, big man in charge. You're one of our favorites over here. Please don't ever say Darby Allin, WWE champion. Please don't say that. Darby Allin, we bring back the hardcore championship, and Darby Allin's the hardcore champion. I love the idea. Darby Allin's the U.S. champion. I love the idea, but that's where it ends. There you go, Tyler. Right down. The whole timing was off, and it made zero sense to storyline. It's all good, big man. We just playing it. We just joking all. But Donald and me definitely are on that same wavelength. Like, how do you have MJF beat Kenny Omega on Sunday and then lose the belt on Wednesday to Darby Allin? Like, what? Where does that make any sense? And this was supposed to be a hyped up Kenny Omega run. Kenny's back, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be the one. Kenny's going back to being the wrestling machine that he was in New Japan. Like, this was going to be it. Like, and no, he loses to MJF. But then Darby Allin comes along and beats him by doing trust falls. Come on. Literally, his finishing move is a trust fall. I trust that someone's going to catch me, and I'm jumping backwards at them. Like, come on. That's their world champion, the guy who does trust falls. David goes, he's a Navy SEAL. He can't hurt my book. He can be a pro wrestler. In India, where is David G, the Navy SEAL from? Where do you know him from? Tyler said, I bet the downfall ratings TV because of Alan. Hells yeah. Irish said, I'm going to make sure and drop you the light. Well, thank you, Irish. My guy. I think Kenny Omega won the championship already. Oh, yeah, he had it before in AEW, but he hasn't been champion in a while. And that was a big comeback. He had come back from an injury. He was on a roll. He beat Swerve and these other guys to be the number one contender. And then he lost. The big payoff match, they had him lose. ECW stands for Extreme Crappy Wrestling. Thank you, Irish. Hey, if anybody hasn't already, smash that like button. Please make sure you do. Help the algorithm. Let YouTube know that this is where you want to be. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Support is free 99. Don't be a schmuck. It's free 99. Darby won in a squash match to beat MJF in like 5 minutes. Fucking joke. And that is the comment of the night, folks. Right there. Comment of the night. I can't say it better than that. What a fucking joke it was. Tyler said the finisher was trash. Darby has the same match every time. It's boring as hell to watch. Right? Like, there's only so many times you can do the trust fall. Now, I don't not want to see Darby. Yeah, have him on the program every night. That's fine. They want to put a belt on him. By all means, they got 23 different belts. go for it, but not the world title. I wouldn't mind seeing Darby be the TNT champion. I could live with that, but not the world title. You have MJF, you have Swerve, you have Kenny Omega, Okada, Brody King. None none of these guys are world champion. That's right. And Darby Allin beat Brody King, I read on Wrestling Inc. That's another crazy thing. In what world should that be should Brody King be losing to Darby Allin? Hunter, I heard that the rumors at AEW are adding a new pay-per-view in June called AEW Redemption. It definitely sounds like an AEW pay-per-view too, right? AEW Redemption. They love those generic names. That'd be cool though, because I do watch the AEW pay-per-views. I just don't watch the weekly taping because they don't know how to tell a story. It's all wrestle, no story. And I need both. I need good wrestling with a story. I don't know not yet if it's official. Well, definitely make sure you let us know, Tyler, if you find out it's official. MJF beat Hangman, then beat Brody King, then beat Kenny, but lost to Darby in 5 minutes. Tell me how that's supposed to make sense. In what world does that make any sense whatsoever? Like, it's insulting, honestly, at this point. Like, I'm insulted at. I feel like Tony Khan is telling me I'm a moron. That because you got to be a moron to think that this makes sense. And I don't know. I know nobody wants to be called a moron. So having him as champion is a real fucking joke. That's like having that stupid Danhausen in WWE playing. Yep, that would be like us making Danhausen be champion right now. AEW trademark the name. Oh, if AEW trademark that has the trademark for that name, oh yeah, they're definitely gonna do a pay per view. Tony can't book worth of shit. Hey, where's Nasty? I feel like he kept we got all that AEW propaganda until Darby now became champion. Tyler said that's lazy booking by Tony because you're right. Lazy booking by Tony because Darby wins the championship in his town. That's all it was. They wanted to go over in his town. Like, hey, I'm happy for Sting though. That I'm more happy for Sting than anything because I know that Sting's guy and how happy he was to see Darby become champion, but just make it make sense. That's all I'm asking. And I don't, I don't like the just anybody could be world champion shit because that makes your world title look weak. If anybody could be champion, then your world title isn't worth anything. That kills the prestige of it. Same as Triple H books. He can't even book two. I'm not trolling. I agree with you, Tyler. Hey, X, if you ever get to ask Bret Hart something, ask him what he thinks of Triple H's booking. I'm telling you, anything you see with Bret Hart talking about Triple H is bad for Triple H. I think it was one of the interviews I was watching, and it was like Bret asked, "What do you think about Triple H being whatever?" Say, I forget how many times he was champion. Say, let's just say, a 16-time champion. Maybe I'm right. Maybe that isn't. But Bret Hart turned around and goes, "Anybody could be 16-time champion when they book themselves to be champion 16 times." He goes, "The guy had no skill. He had to start doing booking to be a world champion." Jordan Oliver and Alex Price. I haven't seen them in AEW over a few months. I need to send some great bookers and teach AEW and WWE how to book for real. But WWE can tell a story and AEW can't. Their storytelling is awful. Facts. And that's AEW's real problem. If AEW learned how to tell a story better, I think they would really be able to go head to head with WWE. But at the same time, I get it. AEW is trying to give you that hardcore indie wrestling feel, which, hey, if that's what they want to do, there's nothing wrong with that. But they just got to be realistic and know that even though you're the number two company, you're really number three. There really isn't even a number two to WWE. But if AEW starts telling the story, they got the wrestling down pat. They're good with the wrestling. They put on good matches. They have great talent. AEW starts learning how to tell a story, and they will be right there neck to neck with WWE, and we'll have the WWE versus WCW days all over again. Tyler said they're in ROH. That's another thing, man. I used to love Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor was so good. I don't understand what the hell. Like, Ring of Honor needs to be good again. I used to never miss a Ring of Honor show. From 2019, I was all in for Ring of Honor. I don't know. Ever since they became AEW's NXT, Ring of Honor's just kind of in the shits. Oh yeah, absolutely, Tyler. They do have good pay-per-views. That's why I watch the pay-per-views. Because they have good matches. But that's why I don't watch the TV throughout the week because they don't tell a story. So by the time the pay-per-view comes, I didn't need to watch all the weekly shows. I could just watch the pay-per-view and know everything that's going on. And that shouldn't be. I can't do that with WWE. Big Man said the only fact is truth is WWE is better, I think, than AEW on the storylines. 100%. AEW's just random matches together with no storytelling, no backstory at all. Exactly, and that's all AEW needs to do is just tell the story right. You got a bunch of good factions, you got great talent, you got Kenny Omega, Okada, Shane Swerve Strickland. Like, bro, these guys are all great. You have the best wrestler of tomorrow. You have MJF. He's the biggest name for the young guys. I don't think there's a better talent than MJF for the young guys right now. And to me, that's wild to think that you have that guy and you took the belt off of him in a squash match, in a 5-minute bullshit match after you had this guy doing amazing matches with top talent. Does ROH still come on TV? I used to watch it all the time, but I ain't seen it on TV lately. I couldn't even tell you. That's how long it's been since I really watched ROH. I don't think ROH has a TV deal. Ooh, you might be right. They used to be on what, the Sinclair station? MJF is the only reason I watch AEW for real. And I don't blame you for it. And it's a shame because I like a lot of the guys over there. I really do. MJF, John Moxley, Will Ospreay, Swerve, like the Hurt Business, Kenny Omega, like Okada. Come on. You have all those guys on one roster, and you're not giving the WWE a run for their money. and nobody in AEW sees something wrong with that? AEW is 2 pro wrestling promotions in current ROH has no TV deal. Okay. Exactly, AEW's got ROH the same way WWE's got NXT. NWA got a new TV deal already. Good for the NWA. Man, I love the NWA World Title. That belt is so cool. And I feel like the prestige behind that belt, plus the legacy behind NWA, is why it's still around and people still watch it. Plus, I think it's a great place for a lot of talent that's not in WWE or AEW like to go. No ROH wrestling does not currently air on traditional linear television. Following Attack Edition, AEW CEO Tony Khan. ROH Weekly TV moved to their streaming service, Honor Club. Okay. Thank you, big man. But do you guys remember how good ROH used to be? Come on. Look at the talent that came out of ROH. You you can't ask for a better wrestling machine that was making talent. TNA will catch AEW in no time with WWE's train behind them. Look at look at what WWE has already done for TNA. TNA got a TV deal with AMC right now. You think that happens without the WWE train behind them? No way. And having talent going to both shows being allowed, bro, that's huge. That is huge. That helps TNA a lot too. And it's a shame because TNA has a real TV they have a great TV deal right now. They just need more talent that are bigger. Hey, I love that EC3. I forget how he does it up or down, but I love that EC3 is back in TNA. I haven't seen him fight yet or anything, so gotta see if I'm hoping he still has it, but EC3 being back in TNA, great move. It's a good start. But now 23 guys just got released. If I'm TNA, I'm all in on Aleister Black. And I'm not just going after, I'm bringing Aleister Black into TNA and I'm making him my world champion. First pay per view, I'm putting the belt on him. That's it. I want to I want to pack Need Action as solo in AEW. And better storylines and storytelling. Tyler said. Big Man said, there's the rest of the stuff I found out on ROH, my friend. Thank you, big man. Tyler said EC3. He was he just was in JCW? Really? How'd he do? Who do you fight in JCW, guys? And how did he look? Did he look like the old EC3, or are we getting like Bret Hart WCW EC3 like? JCW has been doing fire. Hey, I'll tell you guys one thing with that JCW thing. Either you love it or you don't watch it. I don't really hear anybody in between about it, which is good. I need to rewatch the episode. Okay. I like Mr. Anderson that's in JCW. I just didn't like the way he looked when I watched that I tried JCW out for you guys, but not not really. Wasn't really for me, the JCW. What up, Bulldoggery? No, I don't. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm supposed to be tired. He found Kerry Morton and EC3 looking good. Kerry Morton is Rick Morton's son from the Rock and Roll Express. Oh, okay. Well, it's good that I'm on my wrestling channel if I'm doing the Undertaker eyes at least. It's been a very long day. Very long day. I'll tell you off air, doggy dog. R.I.P. I like Fakade and JCW. He's a good wrestler. Fakade or Fasade? I'm not sure who he is. I don't know. I didn't really JCW really wasn't for me. I enjoyed seeing Mr. Anderson and Vince Russo, but okay, Karen. Just kidding. Oh, he's got me laughing. Oh, did I forget anything for SmackDown also? Before we get too much later. Oh yeah, we forgot one thing about SmackDown also tonight, guys. And that is This one's a little sad. I didn't want to talk about it earlier. I wanted to wait till we got later into the show because this was a sad moment that happened in SmackDown tonight. I'm hoping that this man gets the 10-bell salute next week. But unfortunately, the gingerbread man is no more. We lost him. We lost the gingerbread man. Sami Zayn killed the gingerbread man. He ripped the arm off. He took one of his button things. Trick Williams came out. He tried to get down there and help the gingerbread man, but it did not work. He threw the X out in the ring to get he had them carry out the gingerbread man, him get medical help, but Bad News Barrett had given us an update that the gingerbread man did not pull through. Trick Williams next Friday night will be talking about the gingerbread man. He's going to have a few moments for him. Damn you, Sami Zayn. Damn you. Yeah, big man. JCW has YouTube. It said the gingerbread man got his ass whooped tonight. That was kind of funny. Honestly, I kept hoping that someone was going to end up being in the costume. What's the rapper that's with Trick Williams? I can't believe I forgot his name already. I kept hoping that the rapper was gonna end up being in the Trick Williams, was gonna be in the gingerbread costume, and when Sami Zayn went to hit it, the gingerbread man was gonna lay him out, and then Trick Williams was gonna come out, and the both of them were gonna beat him up. But instead, they did the unthinkable to the gingerbread man. All I'm saying is, I'm happy I don't have kids because I would not want my kids to see that poor gingerbread man tonight pass on live TV. Little Yachi, thank you. Say hello, the ginger. Donald said R.I.P. to the gingerbread man. Little Yachi, there we go. Yep. So I really thought there was going to be somebody under the gingerbread costume. I was not expecting that to happen. And there's a lot of kids that come to the shows nowadays. Like for us, this gingerbread thing's a joke, obviously. We laugh about it. It was funny. But I don't know. I don't know if I was there with my young kids, I might feel a certain way. Actually, I'm a sick fuck. I probably wouldn't. But unless I saw my kids getting upset, then I'd feel a certain way. Sami Zayn, he's a killer. He killed the gingerbread man. He's going to gingerbread court. They had it it was funny, they had it come up on the screen that the gingerbread man will rest in pieces. I thought I it was a funny take the way they did it. Rest in pieces. I was like, "This son of" I said, "Poor gingerbread man." I hope Trick versus the Sammy thing don't last forever. I want Trick versus Mello. That's what we need. I'm honestly, I'm over Sammy the Bum Zayn. Hey, I'm never gonna tell someone how they have to dress, but if you're, if you're in the limelight like Sami Zayn is, you should look like you're a WWE wrestler. If Sami Zayn sat down with a cardboard sign saying, "Can you spare a dollar? I'm homeless," I would believe it. Which is why when Sammy goes heel, it's not hard for him to go heel, I feel. I've been thinking about you. Remember me, Little Yachi with Trick Williams, Swerve with Anna AEW, but this version of WWE. I've been thinking about you. Remember Little Yachi with Trick Williams, Swerve with Prince Nana in AEW. But this is that's not a bad comparison, not for nothing. Trick Trick Williams and Little Yachi. Well, then again, Little Yachi is a rapper, and Prince Nana is OG is an OG manager, but Donald. Remember the episode where Triple H and Shawn Michaels had to go to the little people court? They called the judge Little Judge. Could you, if they tried to do that today? Forget about it, right? The way this world's so sensitive, they'd be thrown in jail. WWE would have got thrown off TV. They would have been fined. I mean, maybe hype man for Trick Williams. It, no, Tyler, you definitely are right though. Actually, when you think about it, you really could compare it because Swerve's got the rap thing going. Trick Williams, but the good thing though is Swerve and Trick Williams are both phenomenal wrestlers. At least a lot of times when you see some of these comparisons, you have the one on one side it's awesome, and on the other side it's the drizzle and shits. Trick Trick Williams is the future too. Just think like later on, and I mean obviously a lot later on in life. Trick Williams versus MJF. WrestleMania main event for the World Heavyweight title. Who wouldn't want to see that match? Well, bro, it's 3:35. Is it really already? Holy shit. You ain't wrong, Donald. I meant to get off at 3. Shit. I gotta be up very early, and I've been up all day, unfortunately. All right, everybody. We're gonna wrap it up tonight. instead of whoop that trick. Instead of that trick, it would be what's Swerve's thing? Whoop that whoop that gingerbread. Big man. Make sure, everybody, that you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Oh, also, I was telling before we get out of here too. I was telling you guys how I've been how Carl Anderson has been reposting stuff. We also got Luke Gallows reposting a few stories too. So shout out to the Good Brothers. So I promise you guys, man, I will try my hardest to X Carl Anderson and the big LG Gallows if there's any way they would be willing to one night, maybe when they're free, come on and talk some wrestling with us. So please spread the word to your friends. I want to build this channel up as quick as possible right now. Before I ask them, I want to get the numbers up a lot more before asking. So that way I'm hoping they say yes. How awesome, guys, would it be to have the Good Brothers come on, right? And you guys absolutely deserve it too, because yous are the best chat ever. You guys are all awesome, very respectful. I would love to be able to bring them on here with you guys to have a fun night. So spread the word to your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend so we can be friends. Everybody, make sure you have a safe weekend. We will be back Monday night. Also, I'm gonna try to make I'm trying to make after Monday Night Raw and after SmackDown on Friday nights a regular thing for the Monday and Friday. I'm trying to make those 12:30 for both those nights as a regular thing for the lives going forward. And I will, and that's just the start. Like I said, we're not gonna half-ass over here. No. Don't think just because I have 2 channels that this channel isn't gonna be pushed to the moon. So we got a lot of good things coming up to talk about for the channel and stuff like that. So everybody have a safe weekend. I doubt I'll be back before Monday Night Raw, but if so, it would be Sunday. Late Sunday night, maybe, if anything. Maybe we'll do something. But thank you, everybody. Smash that like button. Subscribe, all that good shit. Because when you hunt with the pack, you never hunt alone. And have a safe weekend. Wolfpack Federation. We out, brothers. 2, sweet.